What's up, everybody watching this? Hope you enjoy it. If you want to follow me on Twitter at TNAWWE guy. Anyways, I don't want to make this a long video. I was not even going to do a Raw review tonight. Really had no motivation to do a Raw review. I was going to do one next week after Payback, because that's when I do Raw reviews, is after pay-per-views. But I felt like I have to do a little bit of a Raw review because, first off, I had no clue that this would happen. I was totally caught off guard. Never thought it would happen. Never expected it to happen, but it happened. My tweet was shown on Raw during Sami Zayn versus Rusev. Lana was at ringside. Thank God she came out and appeared on Raw, because she deserves more TV time. I'm a big fan of Lana, and I think she should be on TV more and get some storylines. At least to wrestle once a week. Anyways, I mean, they have main event superstars, SmackDown, Raw. They could put Lana in a match once a week on one of those shows, and I would watch it. Not saying she's the best worker. She's not, but I'm still a fan of Lana. A wrestler or not a wrestler, I'm a fan of hers. She's great on the microphone, and she looks great. Anyways, so my tweet was shown on Raw after the first commercial break, I believe, for Sami Rusev. Then after that first commercial, and they came back to Sami Rusev was still going on. Felt like it was going on a really long time. And then my tweet appeared during that match. So I believe it was after the first commercial break is when they showed during Sami Rusev is when they showed my tweet. And my tweet was, if you missed it, if you tape Raw, if you DVR'd it, and maybe you'll watch it back and be curious to see, my tweet was, all I said was Kevin Owens. I think I said Kevin Owens versus, or Kevin Owens and Zayn. Anyways, I said Kevin Owens, KO versus Zayn, or KO and Zayn. I forget what I tweeted. KO and Zayn at WWE Payback. That is awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. And I put hashtag Raw Hartford. So that was a tweet that was shown on Raw. Something like that. So I was gonna, during the third hour Raw, I started getting angry at WWE. I started getting pissed off, really angry, because they were not showing a video tribute to Chyna. This video is not a total Raw review. It is not. I'm not going to discuss every segment or match, because this is not a Raw review, but it kind of is. I was getting angry because they were not showing the video tribute to Chyna, the late, great legend Chyna. She was a legend. You didn't have to be a fan of hers, but you should damn sure respect what she did in the WWE. She was a groundbreaker. She did a lot in her short time in the company. I mean, in my opinion, Chyna made DX what they were. Without Chyna, DX would have not been as popular, and it's not over. Especially when DX first started. They had Chyna, Rick Rude, and Chyna was a badass bodyguard to DX that nobody was going to fuck with. So she, in my opinion, Chyna really helped D-Generation X get over. And she was the only female member. She was the only female to be in, the first female to be in the Royal Rumble match. She was the first female to win the Intercontinental Championship. She also won the Women's Championship. She appeared on Playboy twice. She appeared in a lot of TV shows. She appeared on late night shows, Conan O'Brien, Jay Leno, stuff like that. She appeared on many times on one of my favorite shows of all time. She appeared many times on the Howard Stern Show, and she was always a great guest. Anyways, very happy WWE did a video tribute to Chyna because she deserved it. Even if she doesn't get put in the Hall of Fame, which I don't think she'll get put in the Hall of Fame next year. Maybe in 2018. I don't know. But if she doesn't get put in the Hall of Fame, at least Chyna got a video tribute. At least she got a video tribute video played for her on Raw. Hopefully she's looking down, and hopefully she saw that video tribute tonight wherever she is. Hopefully she saw it. I would like to think that Chyna saw it and she has a smile on her face, because I think that's all she really wanted before she died. All she wanted. And I don't think she knew she was going to die. I don't think she planned to die or planned to kill herself. Or there's a lot of rumors that it's a drug overdose. I don't believe it, because I've been told it was not a drug overdose. And she had medication prescribed to her, and the medication was not out of the bottles. She didn't take it all, so I don't see how she had an overdose. But I don't know the real story. I just heard first it might have been an overdose. That's what TMZ said. But then I heard more news that it wasn't an overdose. At least that's what I think I heard on TMZ Live a couple days ago, I think, or maybe their website a couple days ago. They said it was not a drug overdose, or the cops that were investigating her death said it was not an overdose. So I would like to think it wasn't, and I would like to think that Chyna looked down tonight on Raw, and hopefully she had a smile on her face during that tribute, and hopefully she got some enjoyment out of seeing that, and she probably cried if she saw it. So Chyna, final thoughts on Chyna. She deserved that video tribute. Glad WWE did it, because she's a huge part of the company in the Attitude Era. Glad they did it. She deserved it. Rest in peace, Chyna. You will be missed forever by millions of your fans. So, now to other stuff that happened. Like, New Day came out. This was entertaining as hell. New Day came out, did a tribute to Prince, and said, we are after Payback or something in their promo, they said, we're going to party like it's 1999. That's one of the Prince's songs. Party like it's 1999. Great song of his. And then they pointed up to the sky and did a tribute to Prince. That was cool to see. And that was nice to see. Prince, man, over the weekend, I'm talking about Saturday, Friday, Sunday night, VH1 kept, MTV also, they kept running his videos, his old music videos, and they kept running his movie, Purple Rain. I watched Purple Rain probably, I put it on. I didn't watch the whole movie, but I put it on probably 5 times and watched it. A lot of parts of it. And Prince, it has nothing to do with the wrestling, but the New Day did a tribute to him, so that's why I'm talking about Prince. Prince, man, that guy was a fucking super talent, one of a kind. It will never be another Prince, especially in his movie. If you watch his movie Purple Rain, when he performs Purple Rain, I was mesmerized watching that over the weekend. Just very tragic, very sad to see Prince in his prime when he was performing. It's very sad to think the guy's gone. Very sad. I was not a huge fan, but the guy had some great songs, many hits. I never disliked him or his music, but I just wasn't really a fan of Prince. I don't know why. I'm more of a fan of heavy metal music and rock and pop and electronic dance music. That's the music I'm a fan of. But I respect and loved what Prince did. The guy had a lot of hits, and the guy was one of a kind. So rest in peace, Prince. Now New Day cuts a promo, then the Vaudevillains come out. They talk a little bit, and they did a pretty good promo. And then Enzo and Cash, their music hits, they get a massive pop, massive reaction. Huge reaction. It was awesome. Enzo did his gimmick, said, my name is, I could do an impression of Enzo, but I won't. But I could. I know his entire promo by heart when he comes out and does it. And it's super over. And then Big Cash gets on the mic and says SAWFT soft. That's awesome. I experienced Enzo and Cash live at an NXT live event. When they did their gimmick and they did their promo, the building was exploding. Everybody repeated every word. It was epic. And that's something that I'll never forget. Experiencing Enzo Amore and Big Cash live in person, cutting their promo, doing all their catchphrases. It was awesome. I loved it and I'll remember it forever. Anyways, Enzo and Cash come out. They cut a promo. Enzo on the mic does a lot of catchphrases, a couple new ones. Owning the Vaudevillains on the mic. It was great. Payback, Vaudevillains versus Enzo and Cash in the finals of the tag team tournament. Winner gets a shot at the New Day. I don't know when they'll get a shot at the New Day. Maybe on Raw next Monday. The number one contenders maybe will get a shot at the New Day next Monday. I don't know. Or maybe they'll put it off until Extreme Rules. So now, the Chyna, I already talked about the Chyna tribute. It was very touching. I didn't cry. I thought I might, but I did not cry. I don't know why. I should have, but I didn't. Main event was, AJ in the beginning, first match. Stephanie, Shane, them interacting. That was good stuff. Shane kicking out Stephanie out of the building, having her escorted away. That was great. And then Shane says we're going to kick it off with AJ Styles. AJ comes out, has a pretty damn good match with, who the hell did he wrestle? Styles versus Sheamus. It was AJ versus Sheamus, or as I call him on Twitter, Shame-ass. Because I dislike Sheamus. I do not like him, not a fan of his. Usos got, AJ Sheamus had a good match. AJ wins, I believe. And then Usos lose to Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. They lose. Round of applause for Usos losing because Luke Gallows, Carl Anderson, they had to win their debut. If they wouldn't have, I would have fucking went off on Twitter and destroyed WWE if the Usos would have went over. And I'm not going to bash WWE in this video. The main event, to me, was boring as hell. It was not interesting. It was not entertaining. I was bored with it. I've seen Del Rio versus Reigns way too many times. I just don't care. But then the music hit of Gallows and Anderson. Their music hit. They were coming down. They were looking like they were going to beat the fuck out of Reigns, and that made me very happy. When their music hit in the beginning, I forgot it was Carl Anderson and Gallows' music. When that music hit, I almost thought, is that music for Finn Balor? Because the crowd kind of popped, and they had the camera on Reigns' face, where he looked like a doofus, and he looked surprised they were coming out. So I thought maybe they're shooting Reigns with the camera because Finn Balor is coming out to make his debut, but no, that didn't happen. And I didn't expect it to happen. Finn Balor, if he makes his debut, it should not be on Raw. It should be on a pay-per-view, in my opinion. And I think Finn Balor shouldn't come to Raw or SmackDown or the main roster. I know Finn lost the NXT Championship, but I think Finn should stay in NXT for a while because they don't have that many big names left. They only got Samoa Joe as their new champion, and Austin Aries. Ty Dillinger has been there a while. Blake and Murphy have been there a while. They got Gable and Jordan, who are great talents, but the biggest star in NXT, in my opinion, is Samoa Joe and probably Austin Aries. And WWE and NXT have basically created Gable and Jordan. They've pushed them. They're original NXT superstars. They didn't come from any different company like Joe came and Aries came. But Joe's great. I love him as NXT champion. I think he should have a long reign. But Finn Balor leaving NXT, I'm just afraid that the main roster and the creative team will screw up Finn Balor. And I mean, Finn Balor going to the main roster, that's swimming in the ocean with a lot of fish, a lot of top guys, a lot of sharks in that water. And I'm afraid Finn Balor might be fish, just a small fish in a big pond. Because the top talent, if Randy Orton ever returns, Orton could be a main event top star again. Cena, Reigns, Orton, Bray Wyatt, if they ever decide to push him, is a main event talent if he doesn't get hurt anymore. Who else? There's a lot of top guys that WWE can push. AJ Styles, in my opinion, is a top guy. Kevin Owens is a top guy. Sami Zayn is becoming a top guy because of the reactions he gets. So, I don't know. I'm afraid for Finn on the main roster that he won't be used right, and he won't be booked right, and he won't be pushed as a top star. That's what I'm afraid of. So I think he should stay in NXT a couple more months. So, anyways, the main event, again, it was boring as hell. But I enjoyed the end a lot. AJ came out, and I really like this storyline, what they're doing with AJ and Carl and Luke, what they're doing with them. Acting like AJ does not want to join them and does not want to be involved with them, attacking Reigns and helping AJ out. Is this a swerve to have AJ turn heel? I don't know. I don't like the idea of AJ being a heel. I don't like that idea. I think he should be babyface. Because that'd be weird to me to have AJ Styles as a heel in the WWE when he could be and should be babyface going after Roman Reigns, and Roman should be heel immediately. He should be the heel champion where baby faces are chasing him. And Roman could get over as a heel if they do it the right way and have him attack the Usos. Let's say Carl and Luke interfere in the main event at Payback. Have the Usos come out, try to make the save, and get rid of Carl and Luke. And then have Reigns, maybe after the match, or during it, have Reigns turn on the Usos and beat the crap out of them and destroy his cousins. I would enjoy that. And I think it'd work. And it'd get Reigns over as a heel, in my opinion. And also what would probably get Reigns over is having him turn heel after the AJ match or during it at Payback. Have Carl and Luke turn on AJ. Screw AJ, have AJ lose, and then have Roman Reigns at the end of the match hug them and embrace them, and they could join the Roman Empire and join Roman Reigns and screw AJ Styles. For what reason? I guess because they're jealous of AJ. I don't know. But Reigns with Carl and Luke, that would help him become a heel and help him get booed more and like a heel and act like a fucking heel, not act like saying week after week, I'm not a good guy, I'm not a bad guy. Well, what the fuck are you? Alien? What are you, the Predator? What the fuck are you then? Nobody is going to care what you are if you keep saying that. You dumb fuck. Whatever writer, whoever came up with that, quit it. Stop doing it because it doesn't work. This is it. I'm finished talking about my thoughts on Raw. WWE, nobody's going to ever see this from WWE. I'm pretty sure I bet $100 on it. And nobody from WWE is going to tweet me about this video and me saying, I just want to say thank you to them for picking my tweet and putting it on Raw. Thank you, WWE, for doing that. You didn't have to do it. I don't know why you picked my tweet, especially when I have TNA as the first 3 letters in my Twitter name. It's TNA WWE guy. You didn't have to pick it. I still don't know why you picked it. I guess you thought it was an interesting, entertaining tweet, good tweet, I don't know. But thank you for showing my tweet on Raw. It'll probably get me a couple more followers. So thank you very much, and it'll give me exposure. More exposure on Twitter. Hopefully people saw my tweet on Raw and they start watching my videos on YouTube. Maybe I'll get more views out of it. I don't know. But thank you, WWE, for doing that. You didn't have to. Always going to watch your company. I've been a fan since 1987 of the WWE. So thank you for using my tweet and putting it on Raw for the world to see, worldwide. Anyways, I'm finished. Follow me on Twitter if you'd like at TNA WWE Guy. Bye for now.